What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and today we're going to be taking a look at the conference call as part of my Does It Suck series. It's unfortunate that I even have to take a look at this weapon because a lot of you easily recognize it as a top-tier shotgun in Borderlands 2. However, there is a huge misconception out there that at one point in time the conference call was nerfed and that it now sucks. Let's get this out of the way. The conference call was never nerfed. Amp shields, particularly the B, which is of most note, but all amp shields were fixed to work more appropriately with multiple projectile weapons that actually list their multiple projectiles on the gun card. Now obviously there are still a lot of weapons that are still broken with amp shields, especially the B, but they actually fixed it so that not every shotgun is going to deal a ludicrous amount of damage. However, that does not mean that the conference call is bad because of that, and it's unfortunate that so many people think that, and hopefully this video will kind of go to show that the conference call is still a very powerful weapon. Obviously the conference call is a Hyperion shotgun that has the effect of shooting extra projectiles coming in from the left and right towards your enemy, and so that actually works out pretty well. They come in a certain distance away from an enemy, or a certain distance away from you after you fire the weapon, which would be affected by velocity, which is why I'm not spec'd into velocity. This is the skill build I'm using here. As you can see, I'm spec'd into Two Fang, and that's because this is a Hyperion weapon with a fire rate low enough to get good use out of Two Fang, and because it's Hyperion, the extra recoil from Two Fang won't really be that effective at throwing my aim off, because obviously, you know, Hyperion weapons get more accurate as you shoot them. So when using the conference call, you're going to want to be a particular range from the enemy in order to actually get in that sweet spot for maximum damage potential from the weapon. And so that's actually pretty cool when you get in that really good effective range for the weapon, because when you do that, all those side pellets are going to come in and just decimate whatever you're aiming at, and that works out really nicely. This weapon is going to be really great at taking out a loader's arms and stuff, because you're going to get so many projectiles coming in that you'll definitely hit their critical spot if you're at the right range. Obviously this weapon does have the slight drawback of being slightly ammo inefficient if you're not using it right, and so that's something to watch out for. Now it can be quite ammo efficient as well, because even enemies you're not aiming at you'll be dealing damage to a lot of the time, and so that's pretty cool. If you're in a crowded room with a lot of loaders or a lot of enemies in general, a lot of your side pellets are going to come in and hit enemies that maybe you haven't even seen yet, and that's pretty cool. And when you're at the right range, it's just obviously going to wreck things. Obviously this weapon has the potential to be really strong with bore, because you have so many projectiles and just so many chances to actually hit enemies and, you know, get those bore shots going on. Now in addition to that, I believe that you know, obviously because of the way bore works, where it actually creates a new instance of the projectile, that you may actually get, you know, further down the line more side projectiles coming in, and so that's actually really cool. Now we're going to be killing this badass down here. I suspect if I'm able to dial in the range right, that we'll be able to kill this guy in one magazine. If not, we're definitely going to deal a lot of damage to him with this first magazine. Well, I guess we killed him with one magazine because of the damage over time. Kind of interesting there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more grenade and shotgun ammo from these 3 chests here, and then we'll be moving on into the next room. Got plenty of grenade ammo and still quite a bit of shotgun ammo at 158. Obviously, shotguns have a relatively small ammo pool, only being larger than obviously rocket launchers and sniper rifles. But they have significantly less total ammo in the ammo pool than you know, assault rifles, SMGs, or pistols do. As you can see though, we're easily working through these enemies. I'm not really sure where the misconception, you know, would have come from that the conference call now sucks without the B shield. Even without an amp shield of any kind, this weapon is still very powerful. Wow, this power loader is giving me trouble. I'm going to go ahead and get him to stop spinning his arms. There we go, now he's dead. And we'll encourage these exploders to go ahead and blow up. Now, I could be wrong on this, and you guys can correct me if I am, but I'd imagine that the conference call actually still is somewhat broken with amp shields, because the extra projectiles that come in from the side are obviously unlisted, and I would imagine they would get a or at least I would say probably 2 actually, extra amp boost from whatever amp shield you're using. And so that's pretty cool if you wanted to use it like that. And because of that, you know, I can't really figure out why people would say, oh, now it sucks, because it's still broken with the B, in my opinion, you know. Obviously, I used this particular weapon for my kill against Son of Cromarax with 0, and I think everyone kind of used the conference call in B against Son of Cromarax with pretty much every character in order to get, you know, the best time possible against him. Cool. Now, if you get the range right on this weapon, obviously it's just going to absolutely tear things up. It's obviously also one of the best ranged shotguns in the game, and because of that, you should never really be so close to a hot loader or, you know, anything else that kind of explodes when you kill it, say an exploder, that it would hurt you as you killed it. And so that's actually pretty cool. I'm going to kill this guy right quick. Now I'm just going to run back here and grab a little bit more ammo and grenade ammo. Now, that is the only real drawback to this particular shotgun, is that you can run out of ammo when using it. Now there is another Hyperion shotgun, a pearlescent variant actually, called the Butcher, which is very, very powerful and one of the better pearlescent guns in the game, I'd say, and just another top tier shotgun. And it obviously has a very high fire rate, and in addition to that, it also has a good potential to be a great mobbing weapon, because its special effect is that sometimes it actually neglects to use ammo and puts more ammo back in your magazine, which is obviously really, really nice. Because, you know, shotguns do have that relatively low ammo capacity. There is another unique Hyperion shotgun of the Seraph variety. Oh, looks like we got an extra badass enemy in here, so we'll have to watch out for him. And that particular weapon uses 2 ammo per shot, but obviously has the potential to be one of the highest DPS guns in the game, especially with certain characters. Wow, I did not want to have that happen to me there, but unfortunately it did. Try to get extra transfusion grenades coming in here. Wow, so I'm in a bad position here with this badass loader, but try to escape it somehow. Gain a bit of distance here. Get ready to take out this badass loader. And now we are a little bit safer. So that's good stuff there. And obviously, you know, when you hear that bore sound with this weapon, you know that you're absolutely devastating something. And that's pretty cool. So now that we've dealt with the badass loader, we should be, you know, pretty smooth sailing through the rest of this room. But we'll see. Could be wrong on that. Never want to speak too soon at overpower level 8. Obviously, you know, one hot loader can really ruin your day. Try to get the range dialed in here, and obviously we'll just completely decimate an enemy if we do. Again, I'm just kind of appalled that people would actually think this weapon sucks. This weapon does anything but suck. It's a very, very powerful weapon. I guess, you know, compared to the complete broken state that it was in before with amp shields, it might suck compared to that, but then again, you know, literally everything does. So, you know, whatever. I guess before you could walk in no spec and kill Terramorphous at level cap, and obviously True Vault Hunter level cap was a absolute joke, but you just walk in, no skills or anything, with just a B and conference call, and just kill Terramorphous in like 5 seconds or less, depending on your luck. And so that is pretty, you know, ridiculous and everything like that. And I guess maybe that is why some people might think that this weapon sucks now. Again, it still strikes me as a little bit ridiculous. Obviously, this weapon does not suck. It's very, very powerful. Why did I pick up assault rifle ammo there? Perhaps I'm already kicked into 4-player mode, I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to be in 4-player mode after this, and we can deal with the one thing that the conference call really has trouble with, which are exceptionally small enemies. Because obviously, you know, its spread is pretty tight actually, but I've noticed that I have trouble with it with some small enemies. Maybe that's just because I suck with it. And obviously we're going to be facing a small enemy in this next room who's pretty tough. His name's Pervy. Now, you can see that I'm in 4-player mode because obviously I don't need any of this ammo and I pick it all up. So, we're going to get ready to fight these guys in here and see how we do. Go ahead and blow up that barrel so that I can't take a chance of it killing me. I really hate barrels in Borderlands 2. I hope they don't return in Borderlands 3 sequel, but I'm sure they will in some capacity. That's just how they do it. So we killed the first 4-player health loader there, and we'll get ready to kill the rest. So even on, you know, 4-player health, it's eating through these enemies pretty damn quickly. Want to get slag on that guy there, but he is being a real bitch about being slagged, so hopefully he's slagged now. He is. Good. And as you can see here, here's this little enemy that I was worried about. Ooh, and a hot loader. So there's the little guy I was worried about. We'll go ahead and try to get some slag and kunai on him and tear him up. Alright, so we've killed Pervy now, and that should be pretty much all the loaders that are in this room. We might have one more to deal with. Excellent. So, that's good stuff. I'm actually just going to go back and completely refill on ammo before we go fight the badasses and Hurley. The badasses might give us a little bit of trouble depending on where they spawn from, but we'll see how we do. Perfect. Like I said, these badasses that we're going to be facing over here are going to be pretty tough. This hot loader, somehow he got woken up all the way from that room in there and walked all the way in here. I wonder if that had to do with the conference call. Yeah, see, there were bullets all the way back in here in this hallway. The conference call probably woke him up from a long distance there, which is kind of funny. Definitely not going to be sneaking around with the conference call. If you shoot it, you're going to wake up everything in the room. Obviously, Borderlands 2 doesn't have much in the way of a stealth system anyway, though. So, we'll figure out where these loaders are spawning from. Looks like we got one over here and one up there. That's actually pretty bad news. Hopefully those rockets get caught on this wall here. And we'll go ahead and get ready to attempt to get slag and kunai on this guy. We should be able to deal with them, but obviously at 4-player difficulty at overpower level 8, these guys are going to be ridiculously powerful and very, very tough to deal with. We can kill one, we'll probably be okay. It's dealing with both of them at once that's pretty tough. Alright, so we dealt with the first one, and now we can go ahead and get ready to deal with the second one. Blow up that barrel there. Obviously, I hate barrels in Borderlands 2. I think I might have already mentioned that, but they seem like a needless irritant to me. Well, that was not what I wanted to do. That's another thing that's pretty damn irritating, is that, you know, in certain situations, the grenades or bullets get caught on walls and textures where they don't look like they'll get caught, just due to the fact that that's how they do things. So we're not knocking off their arms as easily as I thought I would, but maybe that's because I'm using it at the wrong range. Obviously, enemies don't hold slag for very long in 4-player difficulty at overpower level 8, so I'm going to use my slag pimp just to give myself a little bit more slag time. Alright, so we're going to finish this guy off now too, and now we're going to be facing Hurley. Hurley is a big loader. He is glitched at overpower levels where his barrel only does normal damage or normal mode damage. Damage that would only be effective in normal mode against, you know, really low level players. So he should actually be fairly difficult to take out, and he's so large that you know, he might be pretty damn a pretty damn good enemy to actually use the conference call on. Before we knock his arms off though, those particular guns he has are pretty powerful. I think they're basically just, you know, a regular badass's guns. Watch out for his step as well, because that stomp is pretty powerful as well. Don't want to use the Pimpernel there. That's obviously like the best weapon in the game, or very close to it. A lot of people consider it to be the best weapon in the game. I count myself among them. Ah, Slag Pimp was out of ammo. See, there's another situation I was talking about there where it looked like I'd be able to shoot over that little crate, but I wasn't. And that's something that definitely irritates me. Having to hide here because we're not knocking his arms off very quickly. So we are low on ammo right now, but there are a few ammo chests in the room, and I'm going to go ahead and access them with my next deception, most likely. That is not what I wanted to do. Ah. So, he needs just a little bit more damage in order to die. I'm going to run back here into this barrel, or this chest rather, and get enough shotgun ammo to take him out, I believe. And that's good stuff. Get Slag on him, get Kunai on him, and then we'll put one more magazine in him here, and he'll go ahead and die for us. So that was good stuff. Re-up on ammo from that little chest, and then we'll take out the couple more enemies that there are here in the Washburn Refinery. Try to get the range dialed in, and as you can see, even against 4-player health loaders here, it's killing them in one magazine or very close to it, and so that's good stuff. Low on health and out of grenades. Hopefully I get a grenade from that. 2 whole chests there without a single grenade. I have to say that is just poor. Go ahead and get Slag on that guy there. Kunai as well. And we killed him, so we ended up surviving. Good stuff all the way around. The conference call, it's not the best bombing weapon. Obviously it really excels against flying enemies and really large enemies as well, like Son of Cromerax. And it's still, I'm pretty sure, broken with the B to some degree, just not the degree that it was beforehand. Obviously the conference call does not suck by any stretch of the imagination. It's still a very, very powerful weapon, and it's either a top tier shotgun or very, very close to it, depending on how large you would actually make a tier, I'd say. Obviously, you know, the firing pattern of it and everything just make it a pretty strong weapon. So as always, guys, I thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe, please do so. I'd really appreciate that as well. Obviously, Borderlands pre-sequel is coming out very soon, and I'll be making a lot of videos on that. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave those in the comments, and I'll try to reply to you guys. Otherwise, I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.